Alright, maybe time to rave a little bit. One of my resolutions in 2021 was to get over my fear of loud environments. And the reason I wanted to do that was because I knew reopening was around the corner. I mean, it's still yet to be complete. And I knew that in order to survive in the new world, I needed the right connections. And I'm very pleased I have some of the right connections because I was a little bit worried about losing my job due to a mandate of the new world, right? There's going to be more mandates to come, I would imagine, and I hope people will have the courage to fight back. And but I had made some connections during the quarantine, and I am a little bit at ease at that because I did talk to some people about different options in terms of work that I could do, and so that's good. So it wasn't a total loss that I made these connections. There is one thing I'm disappointed at is that one place I've been trying to make connections is by going to a board game club. Now, many years ago when I was living in New York, I used to love to play backgammon. Backgammon is not nearly as noisy as some of these other card games that I've been playing recently. But I got really good at backgammon, and eventually I had to play in the intermediate division. I started at beginner, and the intermediate division got expensive too fast. I mean, the entry fee for each of those tournaments was at least 3 figures. I mean, granted, if you got really good at it, you might win something. And then nobody wanted to play for fun, right? They always wanted to bet money on it. I was at the New York tournament one year, and I was watching a game that looked really interesting. And I naively just started a conversation with the two people. I didn't realize how well dressed they were. Had I known that, that might have been a sign. And the two guys rudely interrupted me and said, "Excuse me, but this is a $1,000 a point game." And it kind of reminds me of Dumb and Dumber when Lloyd and Harry walked into a dinner gala and was like, okay, $3,000. I wish I had the money to do that. I really do, because I needed those connections. One day after gold and silver have taken off, and I'm still dressed down like how I am today. I'm not a very big fan of fancy cars or fancy clothing. Maybe I'll go to one of those events. "Excuse me, it's $1,000 a play." Okay, 5,000, let's play. And I can't wait to do that. I really can't, because I love the connections a lot more than the financial gain of playing the game. But I was at a card game today, and one of my opponents was bragging about how his cards are worth like $10,000 a piece. And how he's planning on going to this tournament, and you have to bring the real card. I was like, if your card's worth like 20,000, why don't you keep it back home? I mean, I wouldn't want to handle cards like that. He said, "No, you have to bring the real cards to the tournament. If they catch you using fake ones, they'll kick you out of the tournament." And I think, is this a casino or is this a board game club? I'm confused. I didn't tell him that, but that's what I'm thinking to myself. And I was bragging about that, and I was like, wow, I get nervous about, even when I'm moving right across town, and I get worried that all my stuff in my car, if I get into an accident and I can't move, the car's totaled, how am I going to move all my stuff? And you walk around slapping $20,000 cards on the table like it's nothing. I mean, and he explained he had insurance on it, and he had these sleeves on it, and I'm thinking to myself, I'd rather just turn that into something else, because first of all, they could just print more of those cards, and second, even if they don't, there's going to be other things that people want to collect that they can print next year or the year after that, right? And I don't know. Anyway, thought I would rave about that. I can't wait to play a $1,000 backgammon game one day when $1,000 is chump change to me by that point, right? Although, when it is, they might not let me play, right? They might want me to bet $1 million a game instead, right?